This is a prison for beautiful sisters. It contains sexy succubus and terrifying ghoul. There are even indescribable creatures. And it was Warden Aiden who caught them. He used to be the strongest man on the continent. But unfortunately, old Den is dead. Today's Xiao Zhang has lost all his power. But fortunately, the entire prison is made of mercury. Female prisoners basically can't break through the cell door. But this vampire doesn't believe in evil. He has been digging for 20 years without eating or drinking. Now finally free. The next second, Warden Aiden appeared behind him, and he relentlessly presses the camera shutter. You only had 2 days in prison. Now it looks like a few more years. The vampire asked, "How did you find me?" "You are a vampire. They use the toilet for 8 hours a day." "Not tunneling. Is it eating in the toilet?" "As for why the arrest is now, of course, I want to use you as a snack for other prisoners to see." Exasperated, he was about to attack Aiden. The next second, a gun was pointed at him. It was Akin, also a prisoner, who held the gun. Then the witch Alice also arrived. Necromancer Arena is late. The vampire was shocked. "Why are you helping him?" "We join forces." "He must die." "Don't you long for freedom?" What responded to him was the silence of the three. Aiden finally speaks. "Don't bother. I have signed a contract with them." "And you go back by yourself. Or was I beaten half to death first?" "The vampire said that I will fight with you." "Of course I have to remind you. If you fight back, I'll stuff your mouth with garlic. Tied to the sun for a day." The classical vampire suddenly changed. Parents hate. People just came out to admire the moon. "I'm going back now." "Then how do you get out and how do you get back?" After solving his thick love, Den returned to prison, just went in. The whole prison was filled with curses against him. He sighed helplessly. "Let's turn off the lights first. He hasn't made a move in 3 years. It's already gone." Prisoners riot sooner or later. Facing their barking dogs, Aiden couldn't take it anymore. He raised his hands and used a flash charm. This also quieted the prisoners. But that's about it. This is the only magic he knows. He just wants to stop sending thorns now. Nothing unexpected? An accident happened. This time it's a werewolf who wiped out a small town. Aiden sighed. "My damn crow mouth. This prison only accepts female devils. There are sexy succubus caught for sex. There is an orc sister who only eats human brains. There are countless murderous girls imprisoned here. But as the warden, Aiden is an ordinary person. The original Lao Dang was the strongest in the continent. An accident allowed Xiao Dang to occupy this body. Of course, he did not inherit the strength of the original owner, and so he never did it again. This also leads to the entire prison are caught in a situation where riots are possible at any time. Aiden prays every day to stop stabbing. But it didn't work out. Here comes another murderous werewolf. Aiden sighed helplessly. Through the handover, he learned that this was a death row inmate. His men took advantage of the chaos to give him a sedative shot. Aiden stopped Captain Rosen, who was leaving. He wants to ask about capping the prison. Captain Rosen was straightforward. They don't agree. Because of the money spent on prisoners for a year, enough for civilians to steal 100. Today, the conflict between humans and aliens is getting more and more serious. If Lord Aiden can kill a group of prisoners, the people above can also see your attitude. And the werewolf just now is undoubtedly your best choice. He's on death row anyway. Dad is dead. and then he left. Aiden was left standing there with a cold face. Decades ago, humans are still comrades in arms fighting against foreign tribes. There's no war now. Humanity faces poverty, hunger, and unemployment. The nobles desperately need an outlet. And this vent, nature is anything but human. Aiden finally chose to compromise. Now we need to arrange a cell for the werewolf first. But now, most of the cells are packed with 2 or more people. By the way, the succubus seems to be a person. Heard someone call him succubus. Sticked it up like a simp. He was swept in by a vice sweep. Aiden is also speechless. Every time you sweep pornography, you're begging the warden to pick up some evil for me. I would do anything for you. Midden is interested. What you said is true. Yeah, it's true. And then he looked dumbfounded as the werewolf was carried in. This is the roommate I arranged for you. Do you like it? Inner Mongolia likes it. You big head. The doctor prepares the sedative for tomorrow. Suddenly, he seemed to have thought of something again. Forget it. You can get off work early today. Leave the tranquilizer to me to prepare. In the blink of an eye, Aiden was sedated in the infirmary. The moon looks particularly round today. Calm down. How can G suppress the werewolves under the full moon? This is Aiden's plan. Only werewolves make mistakes. He has an excuse to kill him. At this time, the succubus is still complaining to the sisters. Suddenly, there was some movement behind him. When he turned around, he was going to be scared crazy. Jesus Christ! What's going on here? This is a prison for witches only. There are countless beautiful sisters imprisoned inside. There is a sexy sister who has been swept in by pornography. There is an orc sister who only eats human brains. There are even indescribable creatures. And Aiden, the warden. I have a headache every day. No, too. Ally in the room applied to buy a comb. Used to comb hair. Very reasonable approval. Catherine in room 6 wants to buy a knife to ward off evil spirits. I approve of you telling him not to take us for idiots. The succubus on the 13th applies for acquittal. Fart told him he was calling the 9-task confinement. Suddenly, the doctor rushed in. Warden? I just remembered that yesterday was a full moon. A werewolf rides a horse to fight. Werewolves under the full moon may harm the succubus. Send someone to check it out. Aiden didn't speak, just slowly stood up. Then he asked the doctor to look outside. I saw the succubus and the werewolf outside the window, sticking sweetly. Doctors say it's impossible. Aiden said. I stayed overnight. Found out that he not only didn't hurt anyone, and cleaned up the cell. Dr. Fumihiko was very surprised. Happens to be. The werewolf outside the window stared at the baby in the hands of the statue. The doctor seems to have found something. Is he a werewolf? It turned out that 100 years ago, humans and werewolves are trapped in the castle due to lack of food. They start to suspect each other. Both sides are afraid of becoming each other's food. In times of crisis, the leader of mankind took his own dead child, give it to the werewolf to satisfy his hunger. This move shocked the werewolf. After the breakout, these werewolves became ghastly werewolves to integrate into humanity. They self-harm, restrain the violence of the full moon. It's just that now humans are crazy about rejecting foreign places. Werewolves are rare. Doctors don't feel right either. How could he hurt humans if he was a werewolf? You know? Werewolves will not fight back if they are killed by humans. How could he possibly become a death row inmate? Then an officer pushes the door open again and enters. Come on, Warden. That werewolf went crazy in the bathroom? Aiden breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that he is not a werewolf. At this time, the bathroom is already full of people eating melons. Aiden is also weird. Didn't he just get along well with the succubus? The two who were beaten were very angry. They clamored to hang the wolf. Tell me why you hit people. And the people who eat melons outside are already angry. Aiden had to maintain order first. In light of your performance, I have decided to advance your sentence. What else do you have to say? He just snorted coldly. I think you just want to kill me. Then what else can I say? Now that you've all decided I'm a murderer, then just shoot me. At this moment, Aiden remembered Rosen's words in his mind. But when he saw the werewolf's desperate face, he thought again of the doctor's introduction to the blood werewolf. He finally put down the gun. My warden has always been fair. Bring him to the interrogation room to meet me. This is a prison dedicated to watching witches. The ruthless lowly killer is imprisoned here. Sexy succubus. Even the noble vampire queen. They are without exception all heinous sins. But this day the prison sent a blood werewolf. They are the outliers of werewolves. The goal of wolf life is to integrate into humans. Some were even beaten to death by humans. Cases of refusing to fight back. But this werewolf was sent to prison as a death row inmate. So Warden Aiden is going to interrogate him himself. The first is that he hit someone in the bathroom just now. It turned out that the two prisoners threatened the succubus first. He couldn't bear to watch his friend get hurt before taking action. Suddenly, he became emotional. Warden, I didn't kill anyone. I know you're different. Since you disagree with the case, then let's face off. First of all, what did you do before the crime? I just caught a fake that day. Alcohol dealer. His wife came to the police station to protest. Unexpectedly, he died in his own home at night. But I didn't kill anyone. No shots were fired. But when checking your gun, how did you find out that a bullet was missing? And you don't have an alibi. Aiden is also very helpless. There's no evidence to prove your innocence at all. He gets more emotional. I have no proof. But my character can prove it. I grew up in the village militia, helping the villagers every day. It is to fight against natural disaster level monsters. Saved hundreds of people. You can ask the people I saved. But that doesn't prove you didn't kill anyone. Saving people has nothing to do with killing people. Killing is just a thought. You can think about other details. If what you say is true, I'll help you. The werewolf's face gradually darkened. I have saved so many people. Now I can't save myself. Then he was taken out of the interrogation room. Then the succubus was brought up. He's here to prove the werewolf's innocence. He vividly disguised. How did the werewolf save him just now? Aiden is weird. Then why did you pass out? That's when I accidentally stepped on the soap and fell. And the warden, I think he was slandered. We succubus can spy on other people's dreams. His dreams are hopeless. No one listens to his commands at all. He was directly sentenced to death. The low lamp retorted, How do I know you're not lying? His crime is not for me to decide. Are you going to execute an innocent man? These words pierced Aiden's heart deeply. Get out of here. Somebody take him back to his cell. After everyone has left. He's clutching his head decadently. In the afternoon, he showed his assistant the entire case file. That's when I realized the whole case was full of doubts. Like, why would a werewolf kill him with a gun? The assistant is very. Do you want to try him yourself? Aiden was silent for a moment. Let me kill an innocent criminal. It just kills me more than eating flies. If you are just police officer. So would you execute an innocent death row inmate? Now Aiden is facing this problem. He was about to execute a good werewolf. This prisoner helped humans since he was a child. It even saved hundreds of villagers from the hands of Warcraft. But now he has been wronged to death row. As the warden, Aiden went through the entire file. Found the whole case suspicious. To find out the truth, Aiden goes to the cell and finds the succubus, because succubus can peep into other people's dreams. After a friendly exchange, the two began to act. The werewolves are fast asleep at this time. Under the guidance of the succubus, Aiden has successfully entered the werewolf's dream. In the dream, he seemed helpless.